po ang pag-usapan natin. The immune system. Guys, if we're going to analyze it over, people, lagi tayong mahilig magsalita na, ay, na-immune ka. But at the back of our mind, alam ba talaga natin na ibig sabihin ng na-immune ka? Okay? So ito yan, ano? Okay? So we have the organs here, and we have the immune system or the lymphatic system, at may mga organs po kung tawagin natin lymph nodes. Okay, if I may ask you people, ano ba yung lymph nodes? Kulane. Nakakapa natin dito. Sino po ngayon pala umatendang in global? Pwede mo makita mga kamay? Yung mga first time sa in global. Yan. Madam, nakasalin po, ano? Ma'am, pag sinabi kong kulane, maganda o pangit? Pangit, ano? Ay, maganda. Ano ba talaga maganda? Maganda o pangit? Okay. Pero most of us think na ang kulane, pangit. Tama po. Now, pag-usapan natin, ano po ba talaga ang laman ng mga lymph nodes natin? That's a good example of your lymph nodes, people. Inside yung lymph nodes, marami tayong white blood cells. So what will happen? Once the microorganism goes inside your lymph nodes, the white blood cells will kill the microorganisms. Maliwanag po tayo doon. So ulitin natin, maganda o pangit? Maganda, but it depends on the size of your lymph nodes. Why? Baka naman pumapakad doon. May nakakapakad dito. Kasing laki ng tenga ko, gumagalaw pa. Pangit na ho yun. So, may sakit ka na. Maliwanag po tayo doon. That is what we call as lymphadenopathy. Maliwanag po tayo doon. So, patitigit over people, maganda ang kulane. Tama ba tayo? Okay. Now, after the lymph nodes, okay? Ito ang ating mga organs. Meron tayong mga tissues. At ito po yung pinag-uusapan nyo kanina kay Dr. Ong. Ang tawag po natin, cells. Approximately, people. Okay? Sabi nga po nila, it is the smallest functional unit of the body. Smallest functional unit. Pag mula ang buhok mo hanggang talampaka mo, puro cells. And we have approximately, guys, 100 trillion cells in our body. Maliwanag po tayo doon. Now, lahat po ng cells, sinulit ko po, kailangan ng nutrients, kailangan ng oxygen. And again, if this is your cells, okay, meron po siyang nucleus sa loob, at pinag ni Dr. Ang kanina, may DNA po tayo. Maliwanag po. Ipakita ko yung sinabi ni Dr. Ang kanina. This is your DNA. Anong sinabi niya? It is the one that carries your genetic material. Lahat ng gusto mo sa katawan mo, ang responsible, DNA natin. Maliwanag po tayo doon. But aside from which, may isang magandang function ng DNA. And one of which is the so-called protein synthesis. Ano yung mga proteins? Yan ang pinag-uusapan no? Okay, one good example of your protein, sabi nga po natin, will be your muscle. For movements, kailangan natin yan. Paghinga nyo, kailangan natin yan. Paggalaw ng intestines nyo, puro muscles po yan. Pangalawa po, may tinatawag tayong part ng dugo natin, the hemoglobin. Ganun importante. It is the one that carries oxygen. Ladies, if and ever you will suffer from anemia, ano pwede mangyari? Mababang hemoglobin. Tama ba tayo doon? Pag mababang hemoglobin, mababang oxygen. Pag mababang oxygen, mababang energy. And what will happen to us? Is infatigability. Maliwanag ko tayo. Hindi siya maganda. Tama ba tayo doon? And, etong magandang pag-usapan na binanggit na rin po kanina, the enzymes. People, the function of the enzymes is for metabolism. Maliwanag po tayo. Ulitin nga po natin. Anong function ng enzymes? Metabolism. It speeds up chemical reaction. Kailangan natin yun. At ang isang magandang protein na nanggagaling din po sa ating DNA is a so-called immunoglobulin. What are these? The antibodies. Ito po yan. Okay? People are asking me, Doc, maganda ba ang antibodies? The answer is definitely yes. Why? They will bind with antigens. They will bind with the microorganisms and they will help kill the microorganisms inside our body. Maliwanag po ba tayo doon? So the basic question is, Doc, ibig sabihin, kung magandang function ng cell natin, hindi tayo magkakasakit. Yes, supposedly. But now, tingnan natin itong sinabi kanina po, no? Again, what do we call this one, people? Free radicals. Ang daming binanggit about free radicals. And guys, ang papakita ko sa inyo yung visuals na binanggit po ni Dr. Ong kanina. Maliwanag po tayo. So, how can we get them, people? Una-una po, as what was mentioned earlier, ano bang pwedeng gawin ng mga free radicals sa katawan natin? At gaano ba sila kadami? As far as other scientists are concerned, sabi po nila, we have approximately 50 billion free radicals in the environment. Inside our body, inside our cells. And they can penetrate your cell and can damage your DNA, walang protein, and they can even damage your what? Your cell membrane. What will be the end product, people? Death to your cells. Paliwanag po tayo. Okay. Pakita natin yung mga possible sources. At ang pwede mangyari. Hydrogen peroxide. Lipid. Hydroperoxide. Metal, smoking, ischemia, ibig sabihin po lang, kulang po yung daloy ng dugo. Anong pwede mangyari? Kung meron tayong mga antioxidants, we can suppress the so-called free radicals from damaging our body. Pero paano kung sobrang dami po? Ano mangyayari ngayon? It can damage your lipids, your proteins, your DNA. Tama ko ba tayo doon? Oops! Kung meron kang mga scavenger ng free radicals, protektado na naman tayo. But what if ganun kahari pa rin yung mga free radicals? Ano nang pwede mangyari? It can damage your body and it can cause different kinds of diseases, cancer, and of course, aging. Maliwanag ko tayo. Ano to? Ibig sabihin mo, hindi tayo tatanda. Hindi ho. It will only delay aging process. Tama ba tayo doon? Okay. Masarap ba tumanda? Kalay ko, ewan nyo. Edad pwede, mukha, wag. Tama ba tayo? Ngayon, eto yan eh. Where can you get them? Exposure yourself to sunlight at around 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. people, hindi ka na makakakuha ng vitamins. What you're going to get is what? Ultraviolet